Hi, another chapter, how to link my transmitter, the PT3000, with the Chameleon color receiver. The first step is take your transmitter and switch your transmitter on, which we like to do by press and release the program button. Now, on the program button, we see that there is here a little arrow, and that little arrow shows that this press button has the program rising stim with tone starting from level 6. Press release. We see that this arrow relates to that button, and this button is on the program now continuous on level 0 by turning away from the antenna. Now the program is continuous electricity with tone at level 1, and it's preset, and every time you will push that button it will go to level 1 on continuous electricity with tone. And in the case of the Chameleon, the tone will be on your color, tone and vibration together, which is a feature that later with the USB stick you can change at your own taste. I press and release the program button again, and what do we see? That this arrow relates to that button, and it tells you that this button is preset on continuous electricity with tone on level 3. And we tap the button again, press release on the program button, and we see that this arrow shows that press button is preset on continuous electricity with tone on level 1. Now, this set, you know that is working very well. Normally, you should take a finger kick like this, and I press my finger kick, and what do I see? My finger kick also works, and this finger kick is linked to this button, because when I press the finger kick, it always starts from the preset level 6 at rising stim with tone. When I stay on it, it rises. I'll release, it stops. I press, it starts. I release, it stops. So it means that this finger kick works very well with my transmitter. I take the other finger kick, I press and I release, and what do I see? That this finger kick is linked to this button. Now I take my 2 finger kicks and I will press the red one, and now I press the other one, and I press the red one, and I press the other finger kick. So my finger kicks are perfectly married with my transmitter. It means that all my transmission signals are working fine. Good. Now I must marry this man transmitter with this woman, which we call the color receiver. How to marry? Easy. On every Chameleon there is a few islands. You just go for the biggest island, and at the side of the biggest island there is a little knob there, which is also red marked. You take your transmitter, and the side there is a magnet. The side of the rotation knob, there is a magnet. So you can do it with the magnet of the transmitter, or you can do it with a separate magnet that is always delivered together with your Chameleon. Now, how do we pair the color receiver with the transmitter? I always say, how can you pair the man with a woman? How do you marry them? Easy. You hold Papa at the side of the magnet to Mama, the red dot on your color receiver, and you hold until your color receiver flashes fast like this. Now you want to link this. I push on that button, married. So all this side is married now with this lady. I push another button, reacts. I push another button, reacts. I push the low button, I push the high button. This is two instantaneous possibilities on one ID code. With the Chameleon, it's also possible to marry the other side with the same woman. How do we do that? We bring again the magnet point to the on-off point, and we wait until a light flashes very fast like this. We take our transmitter 1 meter away and we push to the other side, and what do we see now? That this side and the other side, this side and the other side, and the lower side and the other side, everything is linked to the same lady. In theory, you can link one side, the other side, another side of a transmitter, and another side of another transmitter to the same color, so that 4 masters can control one color, in this case one dog, which is an enormous advantage in sophisticated dog training today. That means that the person that visualizes the dog can interfere with a stimulation. How to proceed to clean up, to stop the marriage, to delete all the ID codes? Easy. You take again your transmitter at the magnet point, or you take the magnet, in this case the magnet, you hold it very close and you wait until a light flashes very fast. You go away, and within 5 seconds you bring it back and you delete all ID codes. I tap my button, nothing works, nothing works. How to marry again? Easy. I can go for the magnet on the side of my transmitter, or I can take my magnet, I hold it on the on-off button until the light starts to flash very fast. I take my transmitter and I push on first button, and I push, and the marriage is accepted. Remember, if you marry your transmitter with the color, be sure that when you tap the button you are at 1 meter away from your color receiver at initialization. Later you can come closer and tap the button without any problem, okay? So that's how it works. Now, by knowing this, we double check by using the finger kicks. I'm gonna put everything on the table, so please bear with me. We go a little bit lower. I will put it so that you can see something and I also see something. I take this finger kick, I push on that finger kick, it reacts. I take the other finger kick, the red one, I push on it. What you see, it reacts. Perfect. Everything works perfect. Now we can go and train. Thank you for your attention.